I was born in Lourdes, Port Peninsula, and my dad and my mom, when they got married, they lived in Blacktail Brook. That's 6 miles away from Lourdes. I got to go to school for when I was about 5. I guess I got there a couple of days. They used to beat me up because I was a native. So Dad said, "You're not going to school no more. You're not learning anything anyway." So I went to work and never got to go to school after that. So when I was 9, I started fishing with him. He said, "I'm going to take you out and boat with me." So I started going to boat, and 16-foot boat. That's what he fished in. And we wasn't getting nothing for a fish, you know. We used to get cents a pound. That's all. Made a living off of that. It was a rough one. But anyways, after that we got a little. I got a little older, and I started with my grandfather. He was a boat builder, and I'd be in the shop knocking him down most of the time, running through his legs, at this and that, you know, what a kid is like. And he said, he got me into that anyway. He started learning me stuff how to build a boat and everything. So I worked at that for years till I was about 16 years old. I said, "Granddad," I said, "some of these days," I said, "when I'm going to get old enough, I was thinking to build myself a boat." "Yes," he said, "Granddaddy's going to help you too." So I said, "That's fine." I went to work, so one day he got all the boats. He used to build all the boats for all the fishermen. It wasn't that many, probably 30 fishermen in the whole outfit. He used to build all the boats out on the outside shore then, you know, them days. And he said, "Well, Jody," he used to call me Jody. He said, "Jody," he said, "today is the day." He said, "We're going to start your boat." My heart swelled right up. I was so glad, eh? He said, "And she's not going to be a big boat." He said, "She's only going to be 16 feet, but he said she's going to be a good boat for fishing." You know, 'cause fish was right along shore, did. And so I got at it. I helped him. He helped me. Showed me everything he knew. Well, I knew most everything he knew, but I helped working with him, right? So by God Almighty, I got at it anyway and got the boat done. My uncle gave me a 3 horsepower KD engine put in it, one of those pucks, you know. Put in the boat, and I started fishing it myself, alone. And I was doing all right, you know. Well, I turned out to be, from that day to the day I fished, the top fisher in the Port Peninsula.
How much before, when this happened, how much time went by before you moved here?
Well, after the fishery closed, I moved up here.
Almost immediately.
As I said, that was either 75 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I moved up here, and I used to come up here in the wintertime, because in the summertime, it was nice fishing, but when the weather got, like right now, the weather's rough, you can't get off the shore down home. That was a small boat. So people down there, the fishermen, some of them comes up here, they goes in the scallop draggers, but not anymore. There's only 2 scallop draggers here now. There's the factory ships. So all the rest of the people got no work at scallops anymore. But I used to come here, I used to be cooking. I used to be a cook on the boats, you know. That's what I done. I used to work on deck too, scallop, you know, shucking scallops and everything like that. But cooking was my main job on the boats.
Tell us about your life as a musician a little bit.
Oh, well, I've been playing the fiddle from start, playing the fiddle when I was 13 years old. And I've been playing ever since.
Did somebody teach you?
My dad tuned the fiddle for me, and he taught me one tune, yeah, how to play one tune, and then I went on from that.
Did you play at dances, or did you just do it for?
Square dance. I play square dances. You know, they have the garden parties, weddings, and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Whatever they ask.
Did you get paid?
Well, not really, not them. No. I never got paid for nothing. But on the last going off there, when I had my own band, I used to get paid. You know, we was 3 of us in, you know, the band.
This was in Newfoundland.
Yep.
Tell us about the band.
Well, we started. We bought a club. It's 16 fellows of us. We bought a club in Lourdes. It was an old house. We got to go work like slaves, and we did it up and built the club today. It was nice inside, but it was an old house, looking like an old house. Sharp peak house from the outside, but it was a nice inside. We built it as a club, you know, with a big bar and everything, dance floor and bandstand and everything. And I used to bartend sometimes, and most of the times I used to play, you know. Some of the guys get playing for a half an hour. I go up and bartend, let give the bartender a break, you know, so I could have a beer. Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun. Well, you want me to play just a jigger reel, what I'm used to?
Whatever comes.
Did you, at that time, do you think, would you say your life was fun? You liked your life?
Oh, it was a barrel of fun. I wish I was having that kind of fun now. Yeah.
Well, let's change the subject here and tell us about how you started to make all these totem poles and all these carvings.
Well,
how did that start?
I went up to Manitoulin Island there, and with my, they hired me to go up and play for Indians, you know, all Manitoulin's all Indian people.
Now, where's that?
In Manitoulin Island, northwest, as north of Sudbury. Then I see the totem poles up there, and I was looking at them. I said, "My God!" And I guess I'm gonna make one of them, you know. That's how I started making totem poles. And I started from the big ones, and I got them up to some in the States, and some in Toronto, some all over the place.
You sold some of them.
Oh yeah, I never used to much, $150 for a big one. Yeah.
Tell us about your native blood and your native connections.
Well, my grandfather was a pure native, right? And his mother was from Cape Breton, you know, native people. And then Mom got married to Dad, and then I come along, so that made me native. I got native blood too, you know, on my mother's side, right? But I didn't know I was a native. See, we weren't allowed. They wouldn't tell me when I was growing up that I was native. Only when I started going to school. I don't know how those other kids used to beat me up because I was an Indian. That's the reason Dad took me out of school. You're not learning anything. All you do is getting beat up. You're not going to school no more. You're not learning anything anyway. So that's the reason I never got no education.
Well, let's go back to the carvings. What about all these smaller carvings? How did that come about?
Well, I used to go around the yard sales and see some people making stuff, you know what I mean? And they used to make things like I make, and things that I didn't make. But everything I saw, I never had to get a pattern. Now, they used to buy a piece, let's say they bought one of the little men, or that lobster claw. I made a lamp of that lobster claw there.
Did you find that you could work and produce these things quite quickly?
Oh, yeah.
You were really
It's
slick at it.
come to me, I could make it just like I was used doing it all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I made my own crutches when I had my leg broke. Yeah, I do all that kind of thing.